discussing tax season. Eric, I got a question for you. How did the checks go from 2,000 down to 1,400 all of a sudden?
Mm, he went back on his promise. That's what happened.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what it is, you know. And then somebody on Twitter said, 600 plus 1,400 equals. And I'm like, that is the dumb.
That's what they want you to think so that you don't demand more.
Right. And it should be retroactive back to March of last year. But, you know, they ain't going to do it. So it just.
I mean, I'd take it now and then demand 2,000 for every other
month. Yeah, every month.
Maybe the additional 400 or the additional 600 that was missing from this last one or this one.
1,400, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that plus 2,000 for the next month, and then we'd be in good shape, you know? I don't understand why they have to, like, couple. Why can't they just do a standalone bill? You know, here's $2,000 to every American. Done deal.
Because I guess that they figured it's easier just to do a bunch of shit at once.
Yeah. No, I know. I understand that it's for efficiency. That's what they always say. But when you...
well, it comes down to money, so they don't have to spend money on proposing bills.
Yeah, well, what are we paying them for? You know, just to not doing anything or to debate until the end of time? You know, that's pretty much what I gather. Like, you know, it's just dumb the way things work, man.
At some point, though, they're going to run out of things to bundle it with.
No, they never will. The Republicans will always find tax cuts for the rich, and the Democrats are always spineless and want things in the middle because, you know, can't have too much of a good thing. You know, we're all peasants in their eyes. I mean, just fucking dumb. Anyways, if you're just tuning in, Shows RP Grinders, we're waiting on break to join us, and then we'll be doing the show proper. What is going on here? Where's...
Oh yeah, I guess we could talk about the increase for Xbox Live.
Oh, I didn't know they increased it. That's
$70 for a year now.
Instead of what, 60?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's in line. Let's see, what is... Oh yeah, that's in line with Sony does. So I mean, I always have a problem. Like, I have a problem with the way that they changed...
Why are they raising the price when they aren't changing the quality of the service?
Yeah, that's true, too. You know, if they added a benefit...
It's not like our wages are going up to match it.
No. They haven't for years, man. The federal minimum wage is still, what, $7.25 an hour? I mean, it's less than half of what people
cost
should be getting.
Cost of living is going up, but the wages to match it aren't going up.
No, that's how it always been, man. You know, it's like... You know, we got corporate welfare, yet they haven't raised our fucking wages in, 30 years.
And in the middle of all that, game companies think they can charge more for online subscription.
Online
so you can play online.
Online and games. I mean, don't forget that, Eric. Like, there's a $10 increase for newer games, and I don't buy the fucking reasoning behind it. You know, that's just...
That games cost more. Because you're still going to give us all the other shit you've been doing up until now anyway.
Right. So it's just stupid. Like, I'm thinking more and more people are just going to do, what I do. And that's just wait. Like,
Walmart already undercuts the MSRP by lowering the price $10 or more, depending on what we're looking at.
Yeah, no matter what, they do that. So it's just, we're trying to get break money.
Like a $60 Nintendo game is not $60; it's $50.
Right.
But Walmart also underpays its workers too. So
that's true too. But at least they have a $15 wage now. I mean, for the most part, I know there's some Walmarts that are still kind of resisting that. I just don't understand.
It's probably a state thing then.
Yeah, it probably is a state thing. Just waiting on Breakman to join on in here. If you're just joining us, Shows RP Grinders. We're just doing a little pre-show banter. Should have a fun show on tap for all.
Is anybody fighting for a new minimum wage limit?
Bernie, I know, wants 15. Members of this.
No, like yeah, even higher than that.
It should be 20.
Well,
Sorry. Um, that was just me pulling out the cord. I did get a new cord, by the way, so that's awesome. And it seems to be acting better than the last one, which is good. Trying to get a hold of Break, but let's add him here. Try to add him again. You're just joining. Shows RP Grinders. We have not started yet. Trying to get Break on the line. We'll see if he gets on. But we got a packed show for you guys today. We don't have a ton of news, but that's okay because, give us more time to talk about our Stinkos and Sweetos. I know Eric has had a chance to play the RE8 demo. I had a chance to play it. We'll be talking about that. I'll review it. I'm sure Eric and I will do a proper review of it. Break, did we
That's why I didn't put it in my review section, because it's such a small thing.
It is. It's a small demo, but there's a lot of interesting things to talk about when it comes to the RE8 demo.
I got a hot take. PT is overrated.
Ooh, maybe we'll talk about that. I felt that at the beginning. Yeah.
I don't know why so many people were so in love with it. I played it for a while. It was neat, but it was ultimately a proof of concept rather than something that you could relate to the main game it's based on.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about that because
I mean, this demo is essentially you playing as an NPC that you'll probably find dead in the main game.
Possibility. I mean, slight spoilers for everybody that didn't play the RE8 demo. It's super short. It's probably a very minor consequence to the main game. We'll talk about it during the show, but we're gonna have a heck of a show. Bernie's in chat. What is up, Bernie? I see you in there. We got lots to talk about today. RE8 demo was it was something, and I don't know. I liked it, but we'll talk more about it when we do our review. Breakman's just being Breakman in chat. Let's see. Let's see. Let's try to get a hold of Breakman one more time. Let's add Break. There we go. Still trying to get Break. If you're just joining us, we have not started the show. Trying to get Breakman on so that way we can discuss a lot of cool stuff today. Resident Evil 8 demo came out on the PlayStation. I think it was exclusive to the PlayStation 5, right, Eric? Or did
yeah, which is weird because it's also coming out for the PS4.
Yeah, coming for the PS4 and also the Xbox and Series X. I don't know how they pulled off that deal. There must have been some money exchanged, but the stuff that we can talk about. Stinko's going to be interesting as always today. Sweetos, yeah. And we also have round 3 of our greatest 80s.
Because Sony knew they couldn't convince Capcom to not make the game multi-platform, so they decided to make the demo exclusive.
I guess, man. Let's see. Having a heck of a time getting Break on here. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully
there'll probably be a second demo at some point about the main game.
Let's see here. Let's try.
I still need to play 7. No, I finally can because I can play it at 60 frames.
Oh, 7? Yeah. I want to play that too. I never played it. Looks fun. Looks scary. But I agree. Like playing things in 60 frames. You know what game I wish they would do that with? Bloodborne. and it's not like it can't be done. I mean, there was a hacker that got it to 60 frames per second, man. It's just a matter of them.
Which is one making wondering whether or not Journey to the Savage Planet will get a PS5 upgrade or like a upscale patch.
Yeah.
Or up frame rate update patch because
yeah.
It currently only plays at 30.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the PlayStation is a beast, man. Just like the Series X. Series X is more of a beast than even the PS5, but there's just nothing on the Series X worth. I did hear one thing in the positive.
The one exclusive that I want to get, or there's like 2 exclusives I want to get, and that's Avowed, and the other one's Psychonauts 2.
Yeah, and I want to get Halo as well. Those are.
I'll get that, but maybe on sale.
Because, yeah. Well, I might get it just because
I'm worried that the live service nature of the game is gonna ruin it somehow.
Yeah, that's
so I'll just
true
wait
too.
for reviews.
That's true too. I mean, it looks okay from the very little footage that we had of that game, but I mean that's the big reason for the Xbox. I mean, come on. I mean, there's nothing really super. I mean, I know there's going to be with who is it? Obsidian that was purchased by Microsoft. One of the big ones was purchased by Microsoft. But it's a wait and see game with the Xbox. I mean, I would buy Halo on a sale as well, Eric. That's how I do things. I usually wait till things go on sale, and you know what? It's going to become increasingly the way things are happening because with the increase in the price of games. Like I was looking at a game like Returnal, Eric, and it looks good, from what I've seen. But I'll wait for a sale. I'm not going to pay $70 for that game. It's still games should still be at their regular price. And then I always get the argument, well, you remember when Nintendo games came out, they were like $60. I was like, yeah, that was way too much money. Way too much money. Of course, yeah.
I mean, I already paid all the money in full for the Neo collection, but I also didn't have to use most of my money for it. I only had to pay $25.
Yeah.
I had like a gift card worth $50 for it.
Yeah. No, that's good, man. But we have a lot to talk about. Our 80s TV theme is coming down to the last 8, so we'll be down to the final 4, and we'll crown a champion next week. But we've got some heavy hitters tonight, man. We'll find out what the matchups will be for the final 4. What else we got? We'll be testing. We'll be talking about. We'll be talking about a lot of shit today. I'll have time, since there's only going to be 4 matchups, to even play some themes. Like if you guys need me to play the themes. I mean, the last 8, are pretty well known, but if we need refreshers, I'll be more than happy to do it. I didn't get any type of strikes or anything from Twitch, so that's a good thing. A lot of talk about the TV themes, Eric, and people DM me a little bit. They kind of agree with me about Miami Vice being kicked out. It's like, but that's just the nature of nature of the beast. It's just sometimes our favorites don't move on. Like I know these guys were completely wrong about the Miami Vice theme, but nothing I could do about it. I was outnumbered on that. Freak Five's in chat. Freak Five, we have not started the show yet, but welcome on in. Lots to talk about today. We're gonna be down to our final 4 80s TV themes, which Miami Vice should be in there, but I'm still bitching about that, but whatever. We're waiting on Breakman. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, do we have Breakman? He's on mute now. You just muted yourself, Break. What's wrong with you? Unmute yourself, sir. Breakman, unmute. Unmute yourself, you mutant. I was not wrong about Miami Vice, you son of a bitch. Miami Vice should be in the top 4 for sure. Like, if I had my way, Miami Vice would have been in there. But no, Breakman and Eric had to ruin it all. So, just how things go. You can't always have your favorites. Breakman, do we finally have you?
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully,
good.
I can hear you.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
All I
can
can
hear you.
say
Right, thank God.
is that I'm tired of the Bernie memes already.
I'm not. I like it. I saw one that was really funny. I tweeted it. It was Bernie in the chair on Pence's head, like the fly, and I thought that was pretty funny. But who else is in chat? Let me see who's in chat. We haven't started yet. Break, how you doing, man?
I'm all right.
All right. Another TV viewer's in there. What's up? Another TV viewer. Bernie's in chat. I was not wrong, Freak 5, about the Miami Vice theme. I was absolutely correct on that, but, like I said, we got 2 other, hosts on the show that, for whatever reason decided that Miami Vice wasn't worthy of moving on, but that's okay. What can you do? Let's see. Ooh.
Did you know you can go to Liberty?
Yes, I knew I could go to Liberty Mutual and whatever.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's not as bad as that emu lemu. Is that what lemu?
Oh,
emu?
God, that Liberty. Yeah, that. Oh, Jesus, those commercials are awful. Frowns, get out of here, Freak 5. Sounds like Trump. No. Look, if I would have arbitrarily put Miami Vice into the final 8, then you could call me. And Freak 5 says he's loving the Bernie memes. I am too, Freak 5. I really like the one with, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's Mike Pence's top of his head. Remember when that fly landed on his head? I thought that was really funny. But they had one with Bernie, as the fly sitting on the chair on his head. I thought that was funny as hell, to be honest. Okay, guys, you guys ready to go?
Sure.
You ready, Eric?
Yeah.
Sir Eric. Right. Yep, he's in prime form. Okay. Here we almost go. Hang on one second. It's gonna be a fun show. I have a feeling, guys. Okay, here we go.
If we ever start.
You son of a bitch. You just had to throw that in there, huh? If you can never get your goddamn Skype to work, son of a bitch.
Okay, fine. Fair, sir.
Freak Pie said he made a cup.
I don't even need updates or anything. It just didn't want to fucking work. It just
I know. It's just so weird, man. I don't understand it. Freak 5 made a couple of those Bernie memes. He added Bernie to a picture of Aqua Teen Hunger Force and one with Beavis and Butthead. You should link those, Freak 5. I'll show them later.
I need to watch some Aqua Teen later, I think.
Yeah. I need to finish The Boys Season 2, man.
Yeah, HBO Max, you could watch all the Aqua Teen.
Yeah.
There was actually all the Aqua Teen are on the YouTube on their what do you call that stuff? The
channel. They have a channel on YouTube.
No, I have YouTube TV, but they have the what do you call that? Like the library of stuff they have.
Oh yeah.
On demand. That's what I was Yeah,
okay.
They've got like Aqua Teen and a whole bunch of other stuff on demand.
I kind of, man, I don't have it in the budget to add another service, but if I did, man, it would probably be YouTube TV just because of the commercials. Get rid of all the fucking commercials that we deal with.
No, that's different. YouTube TV is like the cable, the television, and stuff like that.
I got you.
YouTube regularly.
I got you.
Like regular
Okay.
YouTube. Those are completely separate, and my $70 a month does not fucking cover those. So.
Oh, that sucks, man. That really sucks. Okay.
I emailed him. I want to try and go on. We need to start the show.
Okay, here we go, man. Here we go. Oh shit, wrong theme.
I'm a sore loser.
I just had to do that, man. Here we go. And welcome, everybody, to episode 626 of RP Grinders. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold. Gentlemen, it was a week. Yes, no? Maybe
Yes,
so.
it was. An epic week.
Yeah.
A week of glory and stupidity. A lot of stupidity.
Okay.
We're used to that.
Lot to unpack here, Breakman. Glory. What do you mean?
Oh, he's gone. Ding dong, the witch is gone.
The real question is he really gone? Break, because there is a looming trial. What are your thoughts right now? You think it's
the Republicans still, no matter what he does, will still back. He's not even there anymore, and they're still going to protect him.
I have a feeling the same thing, but I did hear rumblings that people are telling Mitch McConnell when the donors get involved and say that they're going to withhold money, then shit happens when that happens. You know what I'm saying?
But the problem is, like, these the politicians have bigger backers than the normal donors that we see. Like, they've got I was reading about some of the backers of what's his name? Harris, or what's his name? Okay, I gotta look. He's got billion-dollar backers and hedge funds and stuff like that. They even if the advertisers and stuff back off of them, they're still gonna get money. It's disgusting.
Yeah, but see, these people know no bounds to their greed, Breakman. So even losing one or two, 20,000 donations here and there, they still feel that. It's not. I mean, it's not set in stone. Like I'm debating if they can get 17, and if they can get Mitch McConnell on board. Mitch McConnell's not on record, but behind the scene, he's like, I want him out. I want Trump out, because if they don't vote to convict, then he's still in the party. And
Andy Harris is the guy, and the thing is, like, they've still got a lot of people that are supporting him, and like Mitch McConnell's doing everything he can to try and delay the trial. I know we have good moves on that in that front, but we'll get to that later. But I don't know. I think the Republicans are just gonna give him a pass. The same people who had 10 Benghazi trials are gonna give Trump a pass.
Yeah. There's a lot to unpack there, Break. I don't want to get into it right now. Maybe later in Stinkos and Sweetos we can talk a little bit about it. But we're gonna have plenty of time, because I think we're gonna have a shorter show today, so we'll have plenty of time to discuss. But why don't we get started?
Why, do you got to poop or something?
No, if I did, I'd tell you guys.
As soon as the opening started, you're like, oh my god, I gotta go. God damn it.
Well, welcome to RP Grinders, and thanks for joining. We'll see you guys next week. Stay safe. We want to see you back here next week, and that's it. And then play the outro music, and then that's the whole show.
Me and Eric are sitting there like, what happened?
Oh, he had to poop again. Yeah, exactly. No, you guys would know. I'd say I gotta poop, and then just leave and go poop and let you guys handle things. All right, here we go, guys. The news. RPG news. All right, Eric, you're up.
Okay, first from RPG site, we've got Kowloon High School Chronicle, which is a re-release of an old PS1 game, but now it's coming to the Switch.
Oh.
In high def.
Ooh, so they did do some upgrades. I was going to say,
and it's been localized for the first time.
Yeah. What is it, man? What kind of game?
It looks like it's an adventure RPG dungeon crawler / hybrid type of thing.
Huh. Okay. That's
set
cool.
in a high school?
Oh, I think high school characters are involved, and
well, it's anime. It's always high school characters involved.
Yeah.
But it's called Kowloon High School, so the setting sounds like it's in that area of the world.
Okay. There's been some good teen-based games, like what was that? Corpse Party.
Oh, it's PS2, not PS1.
I was gonna say PS1, man. No.
It kind of looks like it could be a PS1 game, though.
Yeah. Corpse Party is what I was talking about.
For what I could tell, when you get into combat, you move a reticle and you can hit do headshots on enemies, but enemies seem kind of stationary, and the only time they'll attack you is if you give them a turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you can't be wasteful with your bullets since it's probably a limited supply.
Yeah. Looks okay.
Or you'll have to resort to melee combat, which, in case, I think the game turns into more of a dungeon explorer type of deal, or Grimlock.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, what can we say now? I mean, I don't think any of us have played this game, so might be something neat to.
The full name of this game is Kowloon Yoma Gakuen Ki.
I should have you should have let Break say that, man. That'd have been awesome. All right, Break. Anything else on this, Eric?
There is some voice acting, but it's entirely in Japanese. It's kind of a bummer they didn't localize it into English.
Yeah, well, budget and all, that's how it goes, I guess. All right, Break. What do we got next?
Coming to us live from RPG site, Xseed Games announces expansion pass for Story of Seasons: Pioneers of Olive Town. Priced at $19.99, this expansion pass will include DLC coming in 5 waves of content, including new costumes, scenarios, locations, decor, and a few marriage candidates. Ooh, that's interesting. The expansion pass is also available as part of the Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town Plus expansion pack set digital bundle for $69.99 on the Nintendo eShop. Let's see here. An expansion pass featuring content to be released in... Why am I repeating myself? Okay, I'm just going to... Here's what the stuff is. On April 1st...
You read shit like a teleprompter and you can't improvise.
That was a dig on you, Break. Are you going to take that?
Yes. Part 1 it comes out in April. Animal attire costumes for protagonists and marriage candidates. Olive Town Mystery Files, Sub-Scenario, John, Mikey, and Cindy to discover the cause of strange incidents occurring across Olive Town in the very first mystery scenario in the Story of Seasons series. Okay. May is part 2, Windswept Falls expansion pack, exploring a refreshing brand new area home to 4 characters from a past entry on the 3DS. Okay, that's cool. And 2 new marriage candidates. Like, apparently you could just marry everybody in this game. Part 3, school uniforms costume set for the protagonist and marriage candidate. Terracotta Oasis expansion pack, discover an exotic oasis home to 4 characters from Story of Seasons from the 3DS, and again, marriage characters. I'm just going to skip saying there's marriage candidates because they're in every one of these.
Yeah.
Yukata set is in July, costumes for the protagonists. The legendary sprite dance sub-scenario. The Earth Sprite Village is livelier than ever, and the sprites are determined to revive their legendary dance and hold a feast with or without Boss Sprite's permission. Uh-oh. Well, you know what Boss Sprite is. Part 5 comes out in August.
So they have a Trump Sprite, I guess.
I guess so. Twilight Isle expansion pack, sail to an island bathed in twilight and meet the 4 characters from Story of Seasons, trio of towns that made it in their new home.
Twilight has infiltrated these games? Oh my god.
No, just it's something.
Oh.
And there's more bonus DLC on the 23rd.
Yeah.
There's costume sets. On the
I think this is the first. This is the first Harvest Moon Story of Seasons to have enough DLC that it warrants an expansion pass.
Yeah, it sounds interesting actually. Like, it's not like the normal run of the mill, Harvest Moon like farming type sim. It sounds like they're adding a little bit of kind of beef to the game without. It sounds okay. I mean, it's not. These type of games don't interest me, but obviously there's a big, I
like how they went back to the original art style of the series.
Yeah, looks okay, man. Looks okay from what I've seen. So, there you go. All right. Anything else?
If you're into that kind of thing, there's plenty of DLC coming out. I mean, It doesn't sound like it's a bad price for $19.99. There's several scenarios.
Yeah, most expansion passes are $30.
Yeah, no, it sounds fair. I mean,
Yeah, if you like the game, this expansion does sound fair. Yeah. A lot of them don't. So
yeah, and that's something that we're always bitching about, like, what's in DLC on the show because
What do you think the cutest animal in the Story of Seasons franchise is?
The cows are really cute, man. I mean, they're always cute. But I think either the cows or the llamas, or But all right.
What about the cowbells?
Yeah, cowbells too. Cowbells are the best. So there you go. I mean,
Bessie, get out of here, Bessie.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's always, it's always refreshing to like praise a game for how much they charge for their DLC instead of bitching about it. It's like,
thank you for not being a ripoff like the other companies.
yeah. Although that starting price for $60.99 with the expansion pass seems a little too high. But the $20 for the expansion pass doesn't sound too bad, So especially with what you're getting, so it's cool. Good on you, Exceed and Marvelous. It's good on you for doing that.
Thanks for not being a dick.
How to sell your Nintendo Switch game for next gen price?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. All right. Next story comes to us from RPG
Saving
site.
yourself $10, so that's like worth it, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Next story comes to us from RPGsite.net. Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning launches for the Nintendo Switch on March 16th. So it was previously released for the PS4, the Xbox One, PC on September 8th. I wonder why it's so long. It shouldn't be that hard, but whatever. So everybody knows about Kingdoms of Amalur. I did not get a chance to play this first time around. I'll wait for a sale, and then I'll probably pick it up on PS4 or 5, whatever. But
I didn't make a PS5 version.
I know, but I'll play it on the PS5. I no longer own a PS4, so got to play it how I can play it, Eric. But hopefully it'll have some enhancements on the PS5, like maybe a unlocked frame rate or stuff like that. But looks, the remaster.
I think the game already played at 60, so like the only thing you could get maybe is 4K resolution.
4K resolution and maybe like faster loading, I'm guessing, so.
Oh, that good. Faster loading is underrated.
It is. It's refreshing. I know you don't quite have a Series X.
I know. I'm fucking jealous. I'm sick of load times. Like I've seen videos of how fast PlayStation 5 loads.
I'm not sure if the game, the PS4 Pro and Xbox One, have 4K support or not, but I'm pretty sure they do. But it's probably upscaled, and so true 4K support would be welcome.
That would be nice. Maybe they could patch that in later. But I am waiting for a sale on this game because I've heard nothing but good things about it, even when it came out years ago. So, all right, Eric, what do we got next?
We got Puzzle Quest 3. It's going to be a free-to-play game. So yay.
Yeah.
Puzzle Quest 3 for free. Yay!
I know. But you have to pay for all kinds of other shit. It's sort of like a Marvel.
As long as they don't introduce an obnoxious stamina meter like Record Keeper or whatever.
Yeah.
That'll be fine, I guess.
Yeah, Record Keeper, you had to play that for a long time for it to get a decent stamina bar.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, once it started, because it started, and it's like, 2 battles, and wait, I can't do anything else. What do you mean?
Until tomorrow.
Or I can wait. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought Puzzle Quest 1 when it came out because I thought it was a solid game. I didn't even know.
I hate all the story in it. Like, there is so much fucking story in that game. It drives me nuts. Like, I want to get to the puzzle. Come on, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. But to see that,
I don't care about your fucking elves. Let's go.
And that's the thing. I like the story in Puzzle Quest 1, man. I thought it was pretty decent. But
oh yeah, if you want to play Puzzle Quest 1, you can get the remaster on Switch.
Yeah, you can.
Puzzle Quest: The Legend of Returns is what it's called.
Oh, cool. So there you go. All right, Break. What do we got next?
Oh, coming to us live from a loading screen. Coming to us live from Gamatsu. Deck building roguelite Neoverse now available for Switch, coming to PS4 in February. Well, that's easy enough. The game will be $24 in America and $17.49. That's pounds, right? And then euros. Okay, yeah, 1949 euros. So there you go.
Why is there such a disparity between euros and pounds? That's so weird. Like
because they split off.
Because you can use euros in Britain, right? I'm pretty sure you can.
I don't think so. No,
that's what Brexit was all about.
Oh boy.
Like they didn't want to be the United States, basically, which is what the European Union kind of was, like, in their mind, anyway. I mean, it really wasn't the same thing.
Even though the UK
centralized
became
government,
the US.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Yeah. they screwed themselves out of a lot of money, man. I mean, they pulled a Trump move basically. Of course, they have their own Trump over there. It's what's his
Yeah,
name?
and trans people are fearing for their lives because a bunch of people want them dead.
Yeah. What were you saying,
A
Brett?
huge raise of populism over the last, say, 10 years or something. Well, not 10 years, 5 years maybe. Like this, it seems like an overreaction to some things, like, maybe the anti-immigration people or something decide to go hard right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's the same here. Like it was, it's weird. Like this Trump thing has been brewing for what 30 years. Break. I mean, it really has. And it. I mean,
I think when was Fox, mid 90s, when
Yeah.
Fox was given like the go ahead to do whatever they wanted, say
Yeah.
whatever they wanted, and still call themselves news.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all the mainstream news is kind of that way, man. They just pick and choose. It's either centrist Democrats who never get anything done, or you get Fox News with the fascist Republicans. I mean, those are your choices right there. It's pretty sad.
What's worse is Fox News isn't even like the extreme right anymore. They're like OANN is so fucking worse.
Newsmax is the other one.
They're worse too.
Newsmax is like beating out Fox News now, man. It's kind of weird.
No, it's horrifying to think like these farther right entities are gaining in popularity. Like OAN last year was trying to peddle a story that the coronavirus was created in a lab in North Carolina.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy, man. It just all those stupid conspiracy theories, man. I mean, I have colleagues, in the podcasting world that, they do shows.
Isn't North Carolina conservative?
Yeah.
Why are they trying to suggest it was liberal?
No, it's leaning towards the liberal side of things now. Actually, Eric, it's weird. North Carolina, or as they say, North Kakalaki. Which is
what?
Yeah, is it's changing. It's one of those almost purple. I mean, it still leans slightly red, but it's getting better, is what I'm saying, Eric. But anyways, we gotta move on here. Let's see, who did that story? I think
I did.
So it's my turn.
Also, I think most conservatives don't understand the difference between liberal and a leftist.
Yeah.
Most actually, I'd say most political people don't seem to understand politics in general.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when people on the left or people on the right want to call every Democrat like they're all socialists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, sure. Joe Biden's a socialist.
Nothing could be further from the truth. He's like the most like right-leaning centrist Democrat you could possibly get. It's like so stupid, but whatever. Let's move on to. Well, we're gonna talk more about politics here in a minute, guys. I promise. Moving on to a story from. Unfortunately, exactly. Moving on to a story from Gamatsu. Utawara Rumono. Yeah, I keep on laughing, son of a bitch. I should have given you this story. Utawara Rumono, Mask of Deception. What Eric said, Mask of Deception and Mask of Truth delisted from PlayStation Store in the West as licensing expires. No word on whether the titles were returned.
Long for that license. That's all I can say.
What's that?
The license didn't last them very long. I guess they only signed about 3 years.
That's so weird, man. Like, whatever. I mean, so dumb. Representative.
I guess it's because they saw it being it's near the end of the life cycle of the PS4. Might as well only have a small contract.
I guess. I don't know.
But this just means that NISA is probably going to pick it up because they have the other 2 games.
Yeah. Representative for Atlus, which published both titles in the West, confirmed to Gamatsu that the titles were delisted because Atlus licensing rights expired. They didn't have any more information on whether they're going to return. It's just such a strange story. Usually they renew license. I mean, you can play these games on the PS5, I'm assuming. So, it's like weird. But
maybe they didn't have enough sales.
Yeah.
I had to buy Prelude to the Fallen on the eShop when it was still on sale for like $41 because it was not on sale for such a long time after it had a very small print run. I
Yeah.
couldn't pick up the physical copy when it was new.
It's weird. Like we talk about licensing all the time with games, but it happens with movies all the time, and it involves like sales too. Like I've been waiting. Like I saw one time there was a bundle on Vudu for um, Wrong Turn series. You know those Wrong Turn movies. And right now it's $45, but at one point I saw it down to $14.99, and I should have bought it. And I've been waiting because Bernie's been kind of wanting that series of movies, but I don't want to pay $45 for it. You know, I'll just wait till it goes back down. But it's all about licensing, and you know, just one of those things. So you know, we'll see these games back at some point on some form for sure. So, all right. Eric, I think you get the last story.
Hold on, I screwed up something. The last story is that Tencent has bought majority stake in Clay Entertainment and load goddamn fucking videos.
You're having Breakman problems.
Sabotage.
Anyways, I don't know why, but whenever you relabel those things, it takes me forever to load an article.
Really? That's so weird. Okay, next week we'll test that theory, Eric. I won't mess with it next week and see how it goes.
Tencent has entered into agreement to acquire a majority stake in Don't Starve and Mark of the Ninja developer Clay Entertainment. They also made a game called, I think it had an S in it. I think it was called, I don't know, whatever. It was a beat 'em up.
Okay. Tencent's come out with some games. I remember that
sequel. But I forget what the name of it is now. I don't want to have to think about it and make you wait on air. But so according to the founder, Jaime Bigfoot King, developer will retail full autonomy of creative and operations across all aspects of the studio. Great. So it basically is dead now.
Yeah. Wait, what was that guy's name?
Jaime.
Not Hyman.
Bigfoot. I guess it's a nickname that he has.
Oh, I was like, what the? Did you really say his name was Bigfoot? Like, okay, his nickname's Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, whatever. I mean, these little companies have to like kind of consolidate a little bit to keep up with the big boys and girls of the world. So yeah, it's no big deal. I mean, it's just another acquisition. I mean,
yeah, but Tencent's buying everything nowadays.
They are. It seems like they are. But it's
freaking Chinese monopoly.
Yeah, I hate monopolies like that.
The problem isn't that they're Chinese. The problem isn't that they've got strong ties with the Chinese government, which is fascists.
I was gonna say that's kind of racist there, Eric. But no, I'm just kidding, man. So yeah, there you go. There's the news. I mean,
the Clay's basically become a mobile game developer, and they're probably gonna make shitty mobile games now.
Probably. That's probably why they're acquiring them, so they can put out a bunch of shovelware and make a ton of money from it. But whatever. All right, homie discounts. Did you guys have any homie discounts other than our usual PS Plus for $30? I think it's down to $29.89 or something. I don't know. I didn't see anything major, although there is a PlayStation Store Plus, which there always is. By the way, that CD Key membership went up to $32 for some weird reason. I don't know why it fluctuates like that. So weird. There was a few games on the PlayStation Store that were under $20. I bought Death Stranding finally, so I'll get into that at some point because it finally went to $20. And I got Control. Which
You probably should have gotten the Ultimate Edition.
I did. I got it was $20 for the Ultimate Edition, so I'll get that.
Still $20?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it is, Eric. So, I looked on the Xbox.
I think I might get the physical version though, so I'll wait for that.
I'm done with physical shit. I'm never buying anything physical unless it's I mean, this generation's the last generation for me to buy anything physical. It just takes up too much room. But I did see on the Xbox, I think Control also was on sale, and a couple more sales there. So, Breakman, should I hit your music?
No. I was gonna say on the Switch, on the eShop, there were the Konami compilations. Those were on sale for $5. I don't know if they're still on sale, but it was.
Ooh.
I would check today, maybe tomorrow.
What for which console?
Switch.
Yeah, they're not on sale anymore.
Oh,
Damn it!
damn it.
Sorry, everybody. Never mind.
Blame Breakman.
Unless they were really far down the list of games that were on sale, which I doubt because they usually put those on top.
Yeah, yeah.
They were on sale for $5. Sorry, everyone.
Damn, that sucks. I would have bought those, but whatever. Thanks for telling me, Breakman.
You're welcome.
I think they're still on sale on PlayStation, but Switch, no.
Oh, okay. I might get them on the PlayStation then.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Thanks for saving me, Eric.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to...
Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know what you've been playing, Breakman.
Just Code Vein. It's a fun game. It has some drawbacks to it, but for the most part, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
But one of the things that's kind of irritating me is I'm constantly having to go to a strategy guide to find out where I'm supposed to go next.
Yeah, that's what I did hear about that game. Like, it's hard to know. You
need a guide for that game?
Yeah. Well, I did.
To figure out where to go next, it tells me you need to go to this area is the most hint I get. Like, go to this map. Oh, okay, now what do I do?
See, that's a problem I have.
What do I do?
Yeah.
That's it. You do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
What do you do?
That doesn't help at all.
You got to talk to more villagers, man. That's what you got to do.
No.
There's not really villagers. There's just there's the one hub, the home base.
Yeah.
You can go back and talk to your friends and shit. But
No,
you do have to go back to that Blood Cathedral point where there was a locked door you couldn't open before.
Yeah, there's a valid
That's where the next levels in the game are.
That's been a few places like that. Like I've had to go back to there's a pit I have to jump down in one. There's another I had to trigger a statue, and then the cathedral there were like two doors that opened up later on. Like there's a lot of going back to old maps to get to new stuff.
Yeah, I mean I don't have much of a problem with backtracking. Like Metroid Prime was pretty much backtracking the game.
Yeah, this is kind of where Neo succeeds, where the other games kind of fail. I mean, sure, the other games are going for an interconnected feel, but Neo does a mission-based structure.
Yeah.
So you never feel lost.
Yeah, that's a problem that I have with. I don't know if Code Vein is actually open world, but like open world games, I kind of have that problem with open world. I never know what to do next. It's like there's not.
It's not an open world. It's a hub base. So every level you go to is like you switch. You choose on a menu basically.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I see. All right.
It's a cross between Neo's setup and Dark Souls setup.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Break, that you've been playing?
No, not really. Actually, I mean, I think I've gotten about halfway through the game at this point. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, I mean, I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah. All right.
Just
cool, man.
I finally have a character where I'm like, oh wow, this is kind of interesting. The villain, I like the villain. Like he's fucking piece of shit evil type guy, and he seems to enjoy it.
Those are the best ones, man. Like
the ones that they're like, yeah, whatever. You think whatever you want about me. Fuck you. I don't care.
Yeah, I like villains like that, man. That just don't give a shit and are just super evil and I don't like the sympathetic ones. I like the ones that just do it just to be evil.
Oh, there's no sympathy. This guy, let me see. He liked to torture and experiment on children.
Ooh, yeah. I need to play that game, and I gotta buy it for myself and run through that game. It looks fun. I mean,
and he liked to play psychological games with the children, like who wants to live? You choose yourself or your friend, that kind of stuff.
Even worse, man.
Like he's like an asshole, and he seemed to enjoy himself, which I liked.
Yeah, that's good, man. All right, Eric, you're up. What you been playing?
I've been playing more Bravely Second, more Sekiro. I haven't had a chance to take on Ishin Sword Saint yet because I need all time in the day to do that, probably.
Yeah, for sure, man. That game is balls hard, man. Like
I did defeat Demon of Hatred. And I put the video on Twitter.
I saw that, Eric. That was awesome, man.
Because you can just cheese him and let him kill himself, but
Yeah.
I decided to go for the legit way.
No, you did it the legit way, man, and that's a big accomplishment because that.
And here's a weird thing. I was playing New Game Plus, and Frank watched me play up to getting Genichiro and getting my ass handed to me because Genichiro is just a difficult boss for me in general.
Yeah.
Which is weird because he becomes really easy when you have to fight him as a part of the Ishin fight, which I think they should have patched the game to separate those two fights together.
Yeah.
After you've beaten him. Because it doesn't make sense to refight him all those other times.
Would you, Eric, I know you played all the Dark Souls games, including Demon Souls and, everything, all, Bloodborne, all that stuff.
But I wasn't done describing why I was replaying the game from basically scratch.
Go ahead. Whoa, hold on. Did Frank actually interrupt Eric for once? Did this just happen?
Go ahead, Eric.
Anyways, the reason why I was basically replaying the game, a new game, is because I accidentally loaded my new game file from my PlayStation Plus account. And it was the wrong file. Because I think there's like several files that I could have picked from. I thought I picked the most recent one. So I was like, fine, I'll just replay the game again.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to fight... I don't want to have to do a new game plus... 2 version of the Ishin Sword Saint fight.
Oh God, yeah. And the only reason I know that is because I've seen plenty of playthroughs.
I mean, I'll probably do it anyway, but that'll be New Game Plus 3 at that point. But I'd do it just to see how much more of a difference the additional attack power would give me.
Oh, let me ask you this, Eric: Is Sekiro the hardest of the Souls-like games?
And maybe also to play the game in English for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But hardest?
Yeah.
I'd say so, but I think it's kind of tied between certain parts of Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, Dark Souls 3 is
especially the DLC. The DLC is brutal. I couldn't get through most of those bosses unless I had help from players.
Yeah.
Or the NPC summons. Because there's only a few battles in that where you can have NPC summons.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you've been playing, Eric?
I also played the maiden demo for Resident Evil 8.
Yeah, and that transitions into what I've been playing. I also played that demo, Eric, which we'll be talking just in a bit in reviews. But played Call of Cthulhu, kind of got stuck. There's a chapter where you have to go up against this thing called the Shambler. And the process is easy. You just got to get this sacrificial knife and cut the portrait. But man, getting to that point, man, you get seen by this Shambler thing, and it gets you right away. So it's
what game?
Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, I never played that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's basic.
Isn't that one of those focus home games?
Yes, it's a focus home game, and it's good. I don't want to do a review of it now. Wait, hopefully.
Is it on sale at all?
It's on sale for $20, I think now. I think it's worth it, Eric. I mean, the graphics aside, it's not the prettiest game you've ever seen, but I'll get into the review maybe next week if I finish it up. But I got to get past this 6th chapter, and
so I got Remnants of the Ashes on PC through the Epic Game Store for free, but my PC probably can't play it well, so
yeah, probably not.
I've been kind of waiting for the inevitable PS5 remaster because they just recently did a double pack. I think they even did a physical bundle for it. Call it the Complete Edition, but they'll probably do a Complete Edition for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X at some point.
Yeah. Freak says I'm downloading the remake of Link's Awakening right now. Oh, that's a fun game, man. It's a real fun game, so have fun with that again. I'm sure you played it before, Freak, so you'll have fun with it again. All right, let's move on to
RP Grinders reviews.
Break. Did you have a review?
Oh, let me review the 2nd season of The Boys.
Okay, go right ahead. I will take my headphones off.
I have seen the first few episodes.
Oh yeah, the game I was thinking about. I know its name now.
What?
It was called Shank and Shank 2.
Oh, Shank. Yeah, I remember those games. All right, Break. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I was gonna say I did watch WandaVision. I was wondering what you thought of it.
What are you talking about?
WandaVision.
Oh, WandaVision. I was gonna do a review for that last week, break, because I saw it before the show. Not
review a single episode.
No, they released 2 episodes last week, and there's a third this week. Just kind of the opinion. I was just wondering kind of the opinion of it, because to me the first 2 episodes they're boring.
I do. Oh my God, Breakman. We think on this particular subject, I agree with you 100%. They were boring as fuck, man. Rebellious 002. Oh, Rebel Lust 002 is in chat. What's up, Rebel Lust? Put a big old happy Rasta happy face in there. What's up, man? Or woman. Link to the Past is the best, Freak 5 says. I agree with you 100%, Break. I was talking to Bernie about this very thing. I was like, okay, I understand kind of the aesthetic. They're going for like a 50s, kind of sitcom, I Love Lucy vibe.
They referenced in the first one was like, I guess the 50s, and then the 60s and the 70s is this one of today. I guess we're going to go with an 80s episode next week.
Yeah, that's how it's going to go.
All these old shows that just, to me, like, they were never really funny to begin with, but they're referencing these and they're trying to riff on them, like My Two Sons and stuff like that,
It's My Three Sons, I'll have you know.
I knew I said it wrong as soon as I said it. I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
What was that movie that they kind of made fun of? It was like it was with John Ritter. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it would like he got sucked into the TV.
Oh, I love that one. Switching channels.
Yeah, at the end they like made fun of all the names of those, and one of them was like My Three Sons of Bitches. It was. I thought it was fun.
I fucking love that movie.
It's a great movie, man. It's an underrated gem of a movie.
It's kind of hard to watch now with like knowing child
molester. Knowing that Lucifer was played by a guy who's a child molester.
Yeah, I know, man. That's yeah. But the movie was
ruined a lot of stuff.
Yeah, the movie was fun.
Yes, I love that movie. But anyway, what were we talking about? I forget. No, but WandaVision, like the first episode was like all those 50 sitcoms, and the second one was like Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
I agree with you,
they
Break.
weren't funny. They weren't like, it didn't seem like it was building much towards anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It from what I could tell, it was a Family Guy situation. It'd be like, hey, remember this?
Yeah. They're leading to something is all I can say, Breakman. And I was talking to Bernie, but Bernie loved it. Because she likes all that campy, 50s, 60s, 70s type shit.
I wonder what Mrs. Breakman would think about it, because she loves, I Love Lucy.
She would have liked it. It was campy and like schlocky, like how that stuff was back in the day. But I agree with you.
I have a question.
Liked, Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie. I especially really liked Bewitched when I was a kid.
I have a question.
I just this in the second episode heavily referenced Bewitched, and it was boring.
It was. I agree with you, but there are little tiny snippets of things that you will see. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody.
I know.
But that's kind of intriguing. But I agree with you 100%, Break. Like, they were boring as fuck. There's no hero value to any of this unless it leads somewhere spectacular, which is what I was telling Bernie. Like, I want to see.
What my question's about.
What's that, Eric?
That's what my question's about.
What's your question?
Whether or not do you think that X-Men villain Mordo is gonna be the villain here, and that's why there's all this weird TV shit's going on?
I'm hoping, because Mordo's an interesting villain for sure. So
I think a lot of it looks like it's happening under Sword's authority.
Yeah, that's true too. So I really don't know where they're going.
Just, this seems like a really weird way to introduce Sword to the MCU, but
yeah, it is a weird thing, Break. But if it leads to that, I'd be okay with it. Freak 5, you son of a bitch, you're exiled. He says Frank didn't like WandaVision because he lived in the times that they were referencing and didn't like seeing powerful women in those. Yeah, how dare you, Freak 5? How dare you? I'll yeah.
Man, I remember that. Well, I don't remember those times, but I can imagine back in the days, when women started wearing pants. Frank threw a fit.
No,
actually,
actually,
all I can say is I think
Quite the
think
opposite.
MCU Wanda is better than more actual Marvel Comics Wanda.
That's debatable,
Well,
Eric.
just because it's Elizabeth Olsen, maybe.
Oh God, she's so
Not just
hot.
that, it's because isn't the comic book version of Wanda kind of insane?
Yeah, I can see where you're going with that, but that's what made her interesting, Eric. I don't think she's super interesting in the MCU, to be honest. Although I do think Elizabeth Olsen is, man, she is one heck of a pretty lady for sure.
Yes, that is yes, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's got a unique look about her that makes her one of the best looking women on the planet right now, man.
Yeah, exactly.
She's something else for sure. Anything else, Break?
No, I'll say the third episode, it seemed like they started to actually get to the point. Maybe it seems like the next episode there's going to be actually some things happening.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish up The Boys for next week, guys, and then we can finally.
Yeah, because there was there's somebody on Twitter who said something like, I just immediately like what the fuck, man? Like I had to throw a complaint about this guy. But since you haven't seen it yet, you'll have no idea what the reference is. But they said their tweet was, Stormfront was right.
I have no idea what that means right now, but I'm sure I will.
I can't run it for you, so I'm not going to.
Okay.
But,
All right. Okay. Man,
like
that's so...
Stormfront did nothing wrong.
You know what
I think was the exact wording. Stormfront did nothing wrong.
I read the comics, a lot of the comics, so I know what that's kind of in reference to, but I'm thinking right now that person might be out of their mind, but we'll see. I gotta watch.
Well, you can just imagine, of course, like they're Trump supporter type.
Oh, there you go. That says it all right there, man. I mean.
But like just that blatant, like, oh my God.
And that same person would probably think Homelander is the greatest thing ever. It's like, come on, man. Come on.
Well, that guy's pretty fucking great, I gotta say. Like, he does a good performance as an asshole.
Oh, he's so good, man. Like he wasn't even that good in the comics. I don't remember him being that fucking good. But that guy who plays Homelander is man, he plays that character perfectly. Like it couldn't be
Is
better.
The Boys a DC or like whatever comic?
I think it might be. What? Okay, The Boys. Let me reference that.
It's a direct takedown of DC, like Justice League.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think it is DC.
So would it be
Marvel.
Would it be Image then?
No, hold on. I'll find out for you. It's
I don't think it's
Dark
either
Horse.
the big two. I don't know.
It could be Dark Horse.
Aren't they owned by DC?
It was originally published by Wildstorm, which is DC, before moving to Dynamite Entertainment. So there you go. It's a great, it's a great comic book, and the you know what, Break is so far of what I've seen, the show does not go nearly as far as the comic when it comes to sex and like adult type themes, like not quite to that level, but it's still really good, man. I'm really enjoying the show.
There's some a lot of good gore in the second season.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll might make you happier.
Of course. Yeah, of course. The first season had some good gore parts, but
it did. But it seems like they kind of upped the ante in the second season. They're it's the funniest gore I've seen since Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yeah, it's really good, man. I mean, I haven't finished season 2, but I'll finish it for next week, and then we'll discuss. All right, next thing to discuss is a review of the RE8 demo. I know Eric and I played it because it's exclusive to the PS5 for whatever weird reason, but it was a very short demo. It's only like 3.5 gig, Eric, somewhere around there.
It'll last you about 30 minutes.
Less than that. I mean, I finished that thing.
It depends how slowly you go.
Yeah, I finished.
30 minutes sounds about right for a demo.
Yeah, I think it's less than that.
But I'm just saying from an outside perspective, maybe I'm wrong.
No, it leaves a lot to be desired, though. But they're calling it like a visual showcase, and that's exactly what it is. It's not much of a demo. There's no combat. It's just basically to show off how good it looks. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's probably one of the best looking games I've ever seen. If the final product is any indication, If this is an indication of the final product, then people are going to be real happy visually. It is stunning. It is. I'm pretty sure it's. I saw a Digital Foundry thing on it. I think it's native 4K and 60 frames per second. Of course, that's with like nothing going on. Like there's no combat really. There's just a short sequence, which it lost a little bit of frames, but I couldn't notice anything. Like I don't know. It looks super smooth to me. There's nothing very major to say about it. You just basically go through a house. The house looked like the mansion from Resident Evil 1. And it's spectacular. We've finally gotten to the point where pre-rendered shit. You know how good? Do you remember the RE remake on the GameCube break?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was great.
It was great, right? And at the time we thought, wow, these pre-rendered graphics are fucking amazing, which they were for the time. Take that up about 5 to 6 notches, and that's what you get in game.
So the remake of Resident Evil is even prettier.
Oh, it's I don't think it gets much better than this, to be honest. I'm sure,
So in like 10 years, we're going to get like real live actors.
I'm sure.
Of Resident Evil.
I don't think it gets much better than this. I mean, I visually, it is super striking. Like when you look out at the mansion, it reminded me of the mansion in RE1. It's not the same one, but it might as well be, man. It was spectacularly gorgeous. Not much to say in the way of gameplay. It's first person. The ray tracing is amazing. Even though it was kind of a scaled down ray tracing for this particular demo. But the lighting effects, everything about this demo is just beautiful.
Wait, did you turn ray tracing on? Because I didn't bother with anything. I just started playing.
It was just on. It's just on automatic, man. I mean, everything was set the way that it's supposed to be.
Because with Spider-Man, you have to choose between ray tracing or 60 frames.
No. This is your ray tracing is on. Now, whether or not you had, an OLED TV to like really see like the HDR and all that shit, that's a different story.
I don't have HDR.
Yeah, I do, and it made a big difference. Like I turned it off and on, and it makes a big difference. This is the first time.
It's Eric's turn to buy a new TV.
Yeah, Eric, it's your turn, man. Buy a new TV.
I just bought one last year.
I know. You just bought one, man. No, it's fine. It's not. I mean, HDR is just basically like black levels to make things have more depth and stuff like that. And man, there's a point where you walk through this room where there's this kind of what would you call it? Like a mosaic? Not a mosaic. One like a big panoramic like work of art. I don't even know what you would call that, but
mural.
A mural, but a mural, but like with 3D elements to it, like where it's like kind of statuesque, where you look at the face of it.
That'd be a fresco then.
A fresco, yeah. There you go, Eric. There you go. And it looked beautiful. Every detail. It's just wonderful little demo to show you the visual impressiveness of that game, and it's only going to get a little bit better. I'm curious to see combat. I know they showed off combat last year, but that was for I think PS4.
Yeah, a little bit with the little direct they did yesterday.
Yeah, I did see that, and it looked great. I can't wait till Digital Foundry gets their hands on it because they do a really bang up job of breaking down frames per second, stuff like that. But man, it's one of the most beautiful little demos I've ever played. Not much substance to it, but man, I'm intrigued. And if you have a PS5, download it. It's available now, which was surprising. And play it. It should only take you about anywhere between 15 and 30 minutes. Super quick little. It's got like basically one puzzle to it and stuff like that. But the atmosphere is there. The graphics are amazing, and I can't wait. I'll wait for a sale, but But we need to.
Or you could just wait for the gold edition comes out, because we know there's going to be DLC for this game.
Oh, there. Yep, of course. Eric, did you have any other thoughts on the demo?
No.
All right. Any other reviews that you got, Eric?
No.
All right. You break any other reviews? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's move on to everybody's favorite segment.
Stinko of the week.
Breakman, you're up.
All right, one's a minor annoyance, and it's with Game Pass dumping Final Fantasy 15 so suddenly.
Oh, shit. That sucks.
Yeah, they're dumping it at the end of the month, so that's not enough time for me to go through all the DLC or anything, so I'm just like, well, fuck.
That sucks.
Are you going to buy it at this point?
I don't know. The DLC maybe or something. I don't know. Maybe it'll come back to Game Pass at some point. I don't know.
That's
if not,
weird.
I'm just gonna not worry about it. Just move on. There's other games to play.
That's weird, man. That I would think that would be a permanent staple of their.
Yeah, since they have, especially since they really haven't added any other Final Fantasies yet.
I know, man.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
They got Dragon Quest on there, which is pretty awesome. Maybe I'll play that next.
Freak can't think of any Sweetos this week. Damn, you must have had a rough week, Freak 5. All right.
Oh, what are you fucking talking? You are a liar, Freak. You know for a fact you can think of a Sweeto.
Oh, there's at least one, Freak 5. One big one I'm sure you can think of.
So anyway, let's go back to my stinkos, because this is all about me, not Freak. I'm just kidding, Freak. I'm just kidding. But anyway.
He wasn't kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. No, I mean, I was kidding. Damn it. I'm all screwed up now. Today, Hank Aaron died.
Oh, man, that's a big one.
Him Hank Aaron.
Yeah, Hank Aaron died today, everybody. It's sad, man. I mean, he was 86. Was there a cause of death? I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either.
I mean, I hope it wasn't COVID related. Like, I had somebody, like, that I used to be really close to that just passed away today from COVID, and it sucks, man. Yeah,
really it sucks.
It's all right. It's all good, man. What else?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the Fox News and obviously they immediately jump on attacking the other side and everything like that, and the right have been screaming for unity now that Trump's out of office.
Oh yeah, of course. Now
they want to play absolutely nice. They don't want the name mudslinging and stuff. While insulting Democrats, they're saying, "Hey, it's you Democrats are always calling us stupid names and stuff. We can't have that. We got to have unity." Like, you realize 4 years of Trump calling anybody he wanted a dick or whatever, just
that didn't mean anything to those.
Yeah,
pieces of shit.
You guys are the biggest fucking hypocrite pieces of shit ever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we knew this all along, but Democrats aren't much better, man. They'll throw mud and all kinds of shit.
I'm not saying they are. Like, I'm not a Democrat, obviously. But just this week, the absurdity of the Republican Party and like their defense, basically everything they can to, it's supporting Trump. Yeah. It's still like, even though he's not the president anymore, they're still trying to defend him.
Well, Eric and I were kind of talking about this before we got on the air break, and I'm curious to hear what you think about this. Do you think the Senate's going to convict or no?
No, I don't.
Okay. I actually think that there's a chance, or it gets real close. It should just be a no-brainer, and everybody but the 10 idiot Tea Party senators should be the only ones that vote not to convict. I know it's not going to be that way, but if they can get like enough support from like the donors.
I think they need 16 or 17 Republicans to support it, something like that.
17. They need 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. The Republican Party has been so full-throated for supporting Trump, and they have been bashing anybody who's denounced Trump at this point. They've gone full force against him, and it's not just, and that's why I added Fox News to this and OAM and Breitbart's, because it's not just the other Republicans, it's the news media is doing it too. They're telling them, hey, they're telling all the listeners and viewers, like, you got that we can't vote for these Republicans anymore.
Here's the thing.
They're not. They're what was it? Rhino, Republican in name only.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of Democrats like that too, like Joe Manchin and Joe Biden and Kristen Sinema in Arizona, and people like that are Democrats in name only, and they vote almost all the time Republicans, and the same thing with like some Republicans that are that in name only. They're just themselves and not don't give a fuck about anybody else, which is most of them, to be honest with you. But what I was going to tell you,
and their best defense is to defend Trump because money.
Of course.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like Mitch McConnell behind the scenes can't stand Trump. And if it was up to McConnell, then Trump would be out. They would convict.
Right.
But that's going to be the fascinating thing about this break, which we might be in for a surprise. Like they might get there, and convict him and get him. Because here's the thing, Trump is a dividing, his divisive nature could only be bad for Republicans going forward, and I think Mitch McConnell realizes that. So, it's going to be fascinating.
But I think there are so many Republicans that have gone the other way, where they think Trump is if we can't do it without Trump.
Right. They were licking his boot. Like here, Freak 5 says Republicans ignored the 8 years of insulting Obama while they defended Trump. Exactly. I mean, it goes back and forth, Freak 5, like over and over. He says Republicans have been deep-throating Trump for the last 4 years. There's no question about that. But there are some that are leaving the ship. Mitch McConnell at the top of that heap, man. Like he really can't stand Trump, and he
I know,
knows.
But there's too many of the people that are just hard-lined, and it seems like the crazies are just getting more and more powerful. And the farther away we get away from the insurrection, and the more it's out of people's front and center.
See, this is why it's important to convict Trump, in my opinion, because you do that, you send a very, very deep message to any other potential Trumps that you better tread lightly, because if you don't, you'll have the same fate waiting for you. And the same thing with all these Capitol rioters. They all need to be brought to justice, man. Like, there can be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Anybody that stepped foot inside that Capitol when it wasn't warranted or somebody invited them, then they should be in trouble. I don't care if it's a slap on the wrist or 3 years in jail, for certain ones, like the idiot in Pelosi's desk. Now I can't stand Nancy Pelosi personally.
Not me either.
But to put your foot up on that desk and steal mail and steal laptops and shit like that is just really ridiculous. And then Freak says, LOL, which says a lot if you remember what Stormy Daniels said about his penis. People don't like to admit that they are wrong. That's true, Freak 5. I mean, everybody has that, about them where they don't like, even myself, I sometimes, but
it's like me calling out Rob about Obama.
Yeah, oh man.
He denied me, and I spewed off a bunch of things off his tweets because he said if I engaged him about it, he'd block me. So I took it to Twitter without mentioning him.
Yeah.
And listed off all the reasons why. Gave him a week to apologize for the way he treated me. And I was like, fuck this. I don't need this abusive relationship. I'm leaving VOG.
It's like a lot of Democrats, though, Eric. They think that they're righteous just because they hold some ideals. They clutch their pearls when it comes to things like identity politics and shit like that, which we all should be just conscious of that regardless of party, but they hold on to these small things and they don't think bigger, like more minimum wage.
Yeah, I don't care if you think that Obama he falsely took credit for gay marriage, but that doesn't absolve him of all the bullshit he did in the 8 years up to that.
Right. Exactly.
He did it in his final year of term.
Right. But see, on the opposite side of that, he brought us from 2 to 7 wars, which is ridiculous, and he droned innocent civilians, including an American citizen. But we don't.
Chelsea Manning in jail.
Yeah, we don't care about any of that because, of course, it was
also
a brown
gaslit
person,
Flint people.
Yep, he gaslit
did nothing
them
to help them.
Yeah, he went to Flint, Michigan, and drank a cup of water that obviously didn't come from one of the townspeople faucets.
He imitated sipping it.
Right. So, that's just BS, and those people will never forgive him for that.
Fucking
black, white, or
wild,
indifferent.
evil man.
Yeah, exactly. Freak Pie says, my mom, while agreeing with the Democrats' view of COVID, keeps pointing out that at the beginning of the pandemic, the Democrats said it wasn't a big deal. I don't remember Democrats saying it wasn't a big deal. I remember the Republicans saying that.
There were, Nancy Pelosi downplayed it. I do remember that.
Well, Nancy Pelosi's a piece of shit, so I mean, get what you can from her. I told her you need to correct yourself when you are wrong. They didn't know how bad it was and corrected themselves. See, that's
Right.
true too. I mean, and Trump had every opportunity to do that, and I'm surprised he didn't do that, because
Right.
if he would have done that one thing, like took COVID seriously and not like brushed it under the rug, he might have been the president now.
He would be the president now, I
Yeah.
think, if
Yeah.
he treated it like it was real.
Yep.
And he was the one who told everybody we need to do these lockdowns and stuff like that. His idiot followers would have listened,
Yeah.
because it's him telling them.
Yep. Okay. Anything else on that break?
No, I'm disgusted by 70 million people apparently.
Well, what did I say, Break Man? Like the first time, if you voted for Trump, I don't blame you, because he was saying a lot of shit, and
he's a con man.
Yeah.
And he
Right.
and he was going off the popularity of his game show.
Right.
So I can get him suckering a lot of people.
Right. The second time around,
Not
though,
us,
after
but a
knowing
lot.
everything that you knew in 4 years, and you still voted for the guy, that makes you a racist. You're a racist piece of shit if you voted for him the second time. And I don't care what you say. I don't care what anybody says. Like, that's just, I mean, at this point, isn't it fact? Like, he was a racist piece of shit before. He even thought of being the president, and he was a racist shit.
Like way back in the 90s or something.
No,
What's worse is the people who didn't vote for him the first time and did the second time.
Right, exactly. Those people are even worse.
All I'm saying is he was racist back then, and he literally hasn't changed since.
Right, he's never changed, man. He was a slumlord. His dad was a slumlord. Like the apple didn't fall far from the tree. I mean, I think you can go back on RP Grinders, and I think I've even mentioned Donald Trump a time or two about what a piece of shit he was to begin with. Anybody that wants to murder people for being innocent is just beyond me, man. Like I hate when they call them Central Park 5. I don't know all their names, but they should be called by their names. But they're known collectively as the Central Park 5, which makes them seem like outlaws when they did nothing wrong. They were walking through Central Park and 12 years later in jail, and they were proven innocent. Even the woman said they were innocent, and he still wants to murder them because he feels in his mind, and he's been on record as saying this, that they probably did something wrong. So that's why they should be in the electric chair, according to Donald Trump.
Free Fry's a little off. He says the pandemic would be done. No, it wouldn't be done. It's just we would actually been able to take care of it for us. But
No,
the rest
he
of the
makes
world would still have a problem.
No, he makes a good point though. If we were given $2,000 per person at the beginning of the pandemic, I mean, most of us could have stayed home. If they shut all the businesses down, and that pandemic would have been nowhere near the heights that it got. 400,000 people later, we probably could have minimized it to 100,000 or less, which is still too much. But
well, it's kind of a reasonable expectation given how large the U.S. is, though.
Yeah.
I remember how hard it was to find things like toilet paper at the beginning because there was no set date as to what was going on. Nobody knew for sure, so people went out and hoarded as much.
I don't know what toilet paper has to
Right.
do with not breathing on people, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm saying people pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, pre-lockdown went and there were people that went and bought 20 packs of toilet paper.
Yeah.
Went and stocked up and hoarded it.
Yep.
And obviously a lot of people were out of toilet paper.
Yeah, and then they had those stupid, and what's even worse is you had the price gougers that on purpose bought that much, not out of fear, but because of money motives, and that's even worse. If you're just hoarding shit because you're afraid, that's one thing, but if you're hoarding shit to sell it to desperate people for way more money, that's that's capitalism, to the T.
What was that company got in a lot of trouble for? Menards. Menards got in a lot of trouble for marking up, I think, water or something.
Yeah,
water,
exactly.
Toilet paper, something like that. One of the things that was running short.
Yep.
Because our government just didn't. There was no plan. It was just everybody do whatever.
Right.
Each state was given. It was basically told to do it, whatever.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that was what Trump did for the entirety of the pandemic. He did not take any responsibility. He let each state handle it, And when things went wrong in the states, he just blamed it on the states, not the fact that it should have never been in control of the states. But
I hope
whatever.
America lasts long enough that we get a president who was a gamer and can just make scalping illegal.
Yeah,
in all forms, and especially when it comes to stuff like the PS5 and Xbox Series X fiasco.
Right. I agree. I mean, it's a first world problem, Eric, but your point's very well taken. I mean, we got bigger problems like homelessness in this country, which I don't understand why we even have one homeless person in this country, let alone the millions that we do. No veteran should ever go without housing and food and shelter, all that stuff. I still don't understand that. They give them the fucking GI Bill. Big fucking wow. You can go to school afterwards, I guess, but, still. Let me look at, I want to get caught up on chat here. While talking about how Trump had a travel ban at the beginning, which he supported, but then ignored how shitty he has been since. Let's see. No, even the people who voted for Trump the first time are shitty people. The moment that Nazis showed up at Trump's rally and Trump and the Republicans didn't denounce them, you became a shitty person. Not necessarily, Freak 5, because...
That just means you're really, really stupid and gullible.
The thing is... Yep. I'll let Frank finish.
Also unwilling to,
No, here's the thing. Trump...
Or incapable of thinking for yourself.
I can understand why people voted for him the first time, because... Yeah. The populist message that he was given, in essence, it was the opposite of Bernie Sanders, which I fully supported Bernie as president. I think he would have beat Trump the first time, and he would have obviously been our president today instead of the zombie we got in there now. But I just think that it was the right message at the right time for that particular part of our nation. Whether you like it or not, I know that there's a certain amount of independence in this country. I happen to be one, but it's pretty much 50-50. If you look at the electoral map, if you look at population wise, it's not even close. There's more Democrats than Republicans. It's not even close. But just the way things work out, it's 50-50 in this country. That's the way it is. So their thinking was, this guy's saying the right things, that he wants to make America great, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, No, I agree, Freak 5. If Nazis are on your side, you're wrong. But
right. But just think about it. Trump had a lot of minority support at first. Originally, he had when I say minority support, I mean celebrities.
Cubans and Puerto Ricans supported Trump.
Right.
Like Omarosa and stuff like that. And then obviously this election we had Ice Cube and
the D-listers.
I know, old rappers were defending him, but back then it was Omarosa was at the time pretty big reality TV star, stuff like that.
Kanye, you had Kim Kardashian. I'm sure
support from famous name minorities at the time, because he was a con man. He was fooling people.
No, there's no question. And you know what?
And I was saying in chat, I used to do sales, so I can see people. I've seen Trump's type. He tells people in a one-on-one, he'll sell you anything, because he'll tell you exactly what you want to hear.
He tells you what you want to hear. Exactly right.
And that was another point I was going to say about the whole Nazi thing. If you actually go back and check Trump's speeches, he's denounced Nazism and white supremacy at certain times.
Yeah.
The thing is, Trump talks out of both sides of his mouth.
Right. It depends on...
He tells everybody what they want to hear.
Right. Trump is one of a kind, man. But in the same sense, he's a con man, and he's like every other con man. You know what I mean? He capitalized on his fame. That's all, man. And why he's famous, I don't know, because he doesn't. To me, he's not very funny. It's just show. It's a dog and pony show. You're right, man. It's just a dog and pony.
Because that stupid show, he had a lot of celebrity support.
And you know what's funny? That show sucked. Have you ever seen that show, man?
No, because I didn't like Donald Trump before.
I didn't either, but...
Anytime I'd seen him before, I'm like, this guy's an asshole. And then there was the whole trial where he raped his wife.
Yep.
I'm okay, I don't want to do anything with that guy.
No, I watched it a couple of... Because Penn was on that show, Penn Jillette, who I like as a magician and as a skeptic and stuff. But and I think he got all the way to the final two. But But anyways, that aside, like that show just sucked, man. Like he made his own rules as he went along, like he always does, and he's just a piece of shit. I've always known he's a piece of shit. Like, did you ever hear the story of him like walking in on like the Teen Miss USA?
Oh my God, yeah. And I heard like right wing conspiracy or like the right wing radios defending him. Oh, it's so funny. He walked in on models and stuff like that. No, he walked
It's not
in
funny.
on naked teenage
Right.
girls. You fucking
Girls,
sick bastards.
right? It's like when they try to normalize rape in the mainstream media, newspapers and stuff like that. They always say, um, they don't even say sexually assaulted. They say, they don't even call them girls, which is what they are. Like the whole Epstein thing, they always say young women. No, these were girls. You know, that's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, so Freak says, I'm an optimist. I do think the current Republican Party is dead. There's a caveat to that, Freak 5. I will agree with
There
you.
might be,
I will agree with you if they do not convict Trump. If they convict Trump, it's business as usual for the Republican Party.
Well, I don't know about that because Trump is actively trying to create his own party right now.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Patriot Party.
Good luck with
he's
that.
already got his MAGA people are on board and stuff like that. But I'm saying he's gonna, like, if he's not getting his way, so he's gonna make he's gonna make everybody pay. Is what he's doing. Is getting revenge on anybody, and he blames the Republican Party for, because they survived and he didn't.
Yeah.
He's pissed.
Here's the thing, Break. If that happens, if he does, which it's super hard. I mean, I've talked about this. Like, the Green Party is not a viable party. There's no. I mean, we need more parties. So that's probably a good thing because there'll be probably a progressive left to combat that one. The Patriot Party, I guess, is what he's calling it. But it's ludicrous that we don't have 4, 5, 6, 7 parties in this country. It's just morally reprehensible. All the 18 to 20-year-olds who lived through high school shootings and were ignored by Republicans because of their fears of being shot are now voting. I agree, but with gerrymandering, Freak 5, they can just mitigate a lot of that. Like I said, the majority of this people lean in the Democratic way of thinking, like the vast majority. I think it's not even close, but the way that they gerrymander and they suppress votes and all this shit.
They gerrymander bad in Ohio. Like, they like to connect the city with like the most rural parts of it. Like, how are you getting from here to that part of the state? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. This demographic rarely voted. Them voting now will have a major impact if they continue voting. That's wishful thinking, Freak 5. Like I said, the Republicans have so many tricks up their sleeves. It's not even funny, man. They're just.
And not only that, we discussed it last week. They've got the media.
Yeah.
For the most part. Like, there is no real, like, left media.
Yeah. No, I agree. There is no left media at all. Especially not
you
progressive.
You can't count TYT because they're fucking centrist.
Yeah, they're centrist. They lean slightly left, Eric, but I agree with you, man. They sold out. All right, Eric, your stinko.
They're basically the Lincoln Project with
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
No, they basically are the Lincoln Project.
Yeah. They're
I think because I
think the only thing that sets them apart from the Lincoln Project is they're not supporting the GOP.
Right. What were you saying?
And
Break?
it would be fine, like, if we had just, they're the only one network with their political opinions. But the thing is, like, we have these right-wing networks that are just spewing fucking lies. Like, flat out lies and trying to fuel the flames. Like, they are still on the whole election fraud bullshit.
Two-party system that's run by donors is going to be the death of this nation. Break. It's sad, but we really do. We need third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh parties, and we need to get money out of politics.
Money out of politics. You've said it a billion times.
Yep.
And we're talking about pre-show. Like, I was talking about one politician who's getting, billions of dollars. He's getting hundreds of millions of dollars. No, sorry.
Yeah. No.
Hundreds of millions. He's getting millions of dollars from billionaires, basically.
Yep.
And these are like hedge fund people and stuff. They're not. They're rich to be rich, basically.
Right. The greed never ends, man. Freak 5 actually says something that I thought about too. He says we need to get rid of parties. Period. I agree. Without a D or a fucking R next to your name, then things might be better, and you might vote on somebody based on their principles and not their political ideology, you know. All politicians should get the same amount of assistance from the government and should run on their views and not on a party. I couldn't
I like
agree
that.
more, man. Platform over platitudes any fucking day of the week, Freak 5. Any day, for sure. All right, Eric, you're up. Stinko.
Stinko, I got a couple. One is I have to work on Saturday again.
Ugh, that sucks, man.
And the other is Vicarious Visions has been bought by Blizzard.
Oh,
Rest in peace.
Yep. See you later, Vicarious Visions, because anything that Blizzard buys basically becomes nothing. Fuck, that sucks. Okay.
And at least with Microsoft, they have a chance to actually do something once in a while. But
Yeah.
no, not with Blizzard. Blizzard will destroy them.
Yep. It's the EA curse, man. You know, Blizzard and EA are kind of the same. You know, they buy up these companies and they get rid of them. I thought of a Stinko. Freak 5 says, go for it.
I mean, they're still going to have work, but they're only going to be helping with development of other Blizzard games, not their own.
Yeah, that's sad, man. That sucks. Mine is, I'm going to go a little different here, Break. Biden already capitulated down to $1,400 instead of $2,000 survival checks, so that was a thing. I mean, it went from, I promise, $2,000. That was, you know, the reason that the Georgia senators won is because they ran on the $2,000 checks being day one, and now it's down to $1,400. So the Democrats lied too. So fuck them, fuck Biden, fuck the Republicans, fuck Trump, fuck Mitch McConnell, every last one of them. None of them are working for us. They're working for themselves. That's it. And I'm including the squad in that because they don't give a fuck either. Let's see. Frank said he would send me something.
Gaslights people daily.
Frank said he would send me something after he found out it was my birthday a couple weeks ago. It must be stuck in the mail. What happened the first time, Freak 5? Like, I had something come up first, but I will send you something. Send me your address again in Twitter, Freak 5. I know I should have this by now, but send me your address again, man. I'll send you a late birthday present.
You're gonna turn him into Stan.
Pretty much, man. What do you? I mean, it's my evil plan. Shut up, Break, man. What are you trying to do here? Jesus Christ, you're trying to expose the plan? You know the plan.
Sorry.
Come on, man. All right, let's move on.
Dude, what does my tattoo say? Sweet!
Sweet of the week.
All right, Break, you're sweeto.
Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Fuck Trump.
You've been waiting all week to say that, haven't you?
Yes.
All week, yeah. It's sad the way he went out, Break. Or actually, sad for him.
Sad
but
he didn't go out in handcuffs.
yeah, I agree with that.
Do we play a sad violin for Trump?
Yeah, no. Freak, I think the reason I didn't send it to you because I couldn't find the address and I didn't tell you. But yeah, okay, my sweetos, Trump is gone, so that's also Breaks. No, I think it was funny the way he left, Break, because like he invited like a bunch of people and a lot of them declined, and you know, and it was a +5 invitation. Like
all those rallies.
Like even Pence went to Biden's.
Yeah, Pence went to the inauguration. I thought it was real funny. Like it was just
the pictures of his kids crying, like that brought tears of joy to my eyes. No, not tears, just a smile on my face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I find out how much my raise was, and it starts on Monday. Freak 5. That's awesome, Freak 5. Hopefully they gave you a ton more. That's good. Anytime the little guys can get more money. Yeah. 350. 350. Break. Anything else on your sweetos?
Actually, I did have another one. I can't remember what it was. I'm just so happy about he's fucking gone. Like I didn't, I didn't vote for Biden because I love Biden. You know, Biden definitely has a lot of problems, and we're gonna see. Like I've complained a billion times about executive orders, and the first thing he does is make like 10 executive orders. I'm like, God damn it.
17, and it's all basically the reverse all of Trump's backwards push.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about the first day, but yeah, I mean, that was a lot of just reversing Trump stuff. I like the Trump did the absolute predictable thing on his way out the door, reversed one of his orders that was, one of his good orders.
Yeah.
That people can't go making money off of, what was it? You can't make money off of.
I don't know which one you're referring to, man. Otherwise,
It was something like anti-politician. It was like actually a good rule.
Oh, corruption type shit. Yeah.
He passed it at the beginning like it was an executive order, and on his way out the door, he like unexecutive ordered it.
Of course, man. Of course. Let's see. Freak says, I got a bonus check on Tuesday and another bonus check today. That's awesome. All the Bernie memes are great, too. I agree with you, Freak 5. My favorite was the Pence one with the fly. Remember Pence had that fly? They did a picture of Bernie on Pence's head, which I thought was really funny.
See, I have to get bonus check because I get gift cards at the end of the year.
Wow. This is something really special. I can't emphasize this. The Freak said
$25 gift cards for China Eagle, yay.
Yeah.
That's weak, dude. That is totally weak.
Freak says, we got our last mortgage statement, and they thought it would take us until 2035 to pay off our mortgage. That is...
I don't know. Things might change once they got all the expansion built, and they don't have to worry about spending more money on the budget for that year.
Yeah. Freak 5, special congratulations to you, man. That's a huge accomplishment. His house is now paid for, so he could get a job at 7-Eleven now and still keep his house because all you got to worry about is property taxes and insurance, man. That's fantastic, Freak 5. Congrats to you and Mrs. Freak, because that's a hell of an accomplishment, man. That's really great. Freak says, I got home from work today. My wife had a bottle of peanut butter whiskey for me. Wow, that's awesome. I'm not going to read the rest of that.
That's a very good idea.
Okay, let's see. Break, did you have any more?
I can't think of it. I know I had something else, but I don't know.
Yep. All right, Eric, you?
Beating Demon Hatred legitly, I guess is my sweet.
I mean, that's awesome, man. You did a good on that, Eric. That boss in particular.
I wanted to record the entire fight, but they won't let me upload something that long.
Yeah, I know, man. You can't.
So I had to cut it down to like 2 minutes.
Yeah. No, it was fine, man. I enjoyed that little snippet, man. That was pretty special, man. I know.
I thought of my other sweeto. The Proud Boys and all those other chicken shit bitches like saw the military and stayed the fuck home.
Yeah.
And that picture of that guy, that one protester in New York's fantastic.
Oh, they were upset that Trump didn't help them, man. They were all expecting pardons and
yes, that was like the queue is in disarray right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are some people that are deep into the conspiracy, and I know I've met some fucking people with weird ass ideas. So. Yeah, but there are some people that are kind of waking up like, oh my God, they've lied to us. It was a lie.
Trump lied?
No
really?
Fucking shit, you morons.
30,000 lies later, and they're just waking up to this reality, man. So funny. Yep. I kind of agree with Freak 5, though. I think the Republican Party, as it stands now, is kind of done, man. There's, like, nothing left for them. Like, if they're damned if they do, damned if they don't, because if they convict Trump, then he's out of the party and it's back to business as normal, which is not working for them, obviously. But if they don't, then they got a big Trump problem going forward, with a third party maybe and, stuff. Yeah, I saw this too. Freakby says, LOL, Joe Exotic rented a limo thinking he would get a pardon.
That's such a stage name, Exotic.
Yeah,
I've never seen that show. I know everybody else on the planet
It's
has,
good, man. It's good, but
it's funny.
almost everybody in it's a fucking loser, man. I felt bad for like almost everybody in that show, how horrible most of them are. They're just worthless, almost all of them.
Great.
Yeah, it's a train wreck. That show's a train wreck. Break. You should watch it. It's not that long. It's but there's, there's so much. There's so many twists and turns in that whole fucking. I don't even know what they call that. Tiger King, I think is what they call it. Okay. It's interesting, man. It's interesting. It's.
Maybe I'll get to it one day.
Yeah. Okay, let's move. Oh, let's see. Eric, did you do your Sweeto?
I already mentioned it. Yeah.
Okay. Mine was the Resident Evil 8 demo. I thought it was fantastic, even though it was too short. No combat, but it was a visual showcase, and it was very, very impressive. Easy demo to go through, and props to those guys for putting together that beautiful piece of whatever. But it's good. It's good, man. Those Capcom's doing Resident Evil right. So let's see. Freak Fight said, I almost felt bad for Joe Exotic's campaign manager, but he had to have seen that he should have left before he did. Yeah, I agree, Freak 5. Like, there's a couple of people where you're like, you almost feel bad for them, but then you realize what they were doing, and it's like
they're
no.
sticking with them.
Yeah,
like, yeah,
exactly.
It's
Just
like Trump's staff.
Yep.
Like we're supposed to feel bad for any of those people. No, they've
No.
stuck with him.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
they thought they could. It would be better if they were there to curtail his worst behaviors and
No,
stuff like that.
Fuck off with that nonsense.
Yeah.
man.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah,
Whatever.
no.
No, you
okay.
chose to stay working for Trump.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys, here it is.
It's a free-for-all. Little baby. Yeah, it's a free-for-all.
All right, guys, we are down to the final 8 of our tournament this month, and it comes down to, I don't even want to say them all, but basically, next week we'll crown a champion, but we're going to come to the final 4 today. And why don't we get started with our 80s TV theme battle? And the first matchup we got for you guys, and I'll start with Eric. We got Golden Girls going up against the A-Team. Do you need any? And if you guys need any reminders, we got a little bit of time. So if you need me to
I still go with Golden Girls.
Ooh, I'm gonna go.
Gotta go with the A-Team.
I like the positive message of the song of the Golden Girls theme.
Oh, okay.
The A-Team theme sets up the show. They tell you exactly what you're watching, what these people are, and it's a catchy theme to add on top of the description of what's going on. You know?
Okay, since I'm the deciding vote on this, I got to listen to them both again because they're both strong themes. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made it this far. So let's. I know what let's do the A-Team one first. A-Team theme. Let's do that first. Let's see what comes up here, and let's listen to the theme. This is the intro. We can listen to this. I think. Here we go. There's commercials, so I'm bullshitting until the commercial's over, and I hit skip ad, and here we go.
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
That's where it ended, and then it goes to music.
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun.
Jesus Christ, that's really strong, man. I'm not gonna lie, that's really, really strong. Now, here
It's a show about mercenaries versus a show about little ladies. I
mean,
this is the themes. So.
We're going by themes. If we're going by shows, I might pick A-Team actually, but let's do Golden Girls theme. I know what it is, but let's listen to a little bit of this. If I can get it here. Jesus Christ, man. Here we go. It's hard sometimes to find these like in their purest form because they always have this like bullshit at the beginning of commercials. Here we go.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back.
Okay. Break.
To...
You want a little more break? You want a little more? Okay, sure.
Again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Okay. Both really strong themes. I like them both, but here's the deciding factor for me since I'm the deciding factor on this particular matchup. I'm going to go with A-Team, and I'll tell you why.
Nice.
Because my ex loved the Golden Girls, and we're going to go with the A-Team. So there you go. Let's see. Lol, I think that Cartman...
Spiteful voting.
It is. It's very spiteful. I think that Cartman gif fits for Frank's reaction to them. Oh, you know what? How dare you? Just for that, Freak 5. Greatest theme of all time, in my opinion, that got defeated last week because, reasons that I won't get into. But anyways, the next matchup we got, I'll go first on this one, guys. We got Knight Rider versus Full House. I can't stand Full House. I've been voting against Full House all the way through, but you guys seem to like it a lot. Therefore, it goes...
I'm going with Knight Rider for this one, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, I guess. Eric, why don't you wait your turn, dude? I was going first on this one. Okay, I'll make it interesting. I'll pick Full House then. And now it's up to Brakeman. Even though I can't stand Full House.
Squirrel. It's entertaining. Wow, Full House is a good theme.
Terrible.
It's a world-renowned show that's loved, and the first thing that people hear is the Hills to Fame, and they like it. I don't know where that came from. My mouth must be dry or something. I need some water, I guess. But as I said before, Knight Rider is it's probably the best song on here, I think.
I would agree too, but Eric forced my vote, man. I would have voted. It would have been unanimous, but no. Okay.
He wouldn't let you finish.
He wouldn't let me finish, so guess what? Well, anyways, Knight Rider moves on.
Well, if I had let you finish, you would have kept going on and on.
How dare you, Eric? How dare you, son of a bitch. Okay, tough guy Eric. You better get this one right. Airwolf versus Fall Guy. You go first, Eric.
Airwolf.
I think this is going to be unanimous as much as I like Fall Guy. What do you say, Break?
As much as I love Fall Guy, Airwolf is too strong.
Airwolf is really strong, man. I fully expected that. Okay, last match. Oh, you guys want to listen to a little Airwolf?
Yeah.
While we're waiting? I mean, we might as well, right? I mean, since we...
Since they're moving on, baby, we gotta listen to them.
Okay, let's see. Let's listen to a little Airwolf, theme, minus the commercials. But let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can get a little Airwolf in here. I don't want the extended version. I want just the bullshit intro version, man. Come on.
I always see.
Now that we've helped people
everything.
What's that?
I always see extended versions of everything on YouTube before
I know,
anything
man.
else.
It's like weird. Okay, here we go. Yeah! Woo! That was pretty good, Break. That was really good. Keep going. So good, man. So good. Even with the harmonica, you didn't ruin it, Break. So there you go.
Thank you.
Freak says...
That's the best compliment I've ever had. I didn't ruin it. All right.
The current D&D game I've been playing in has had some amusing moments. Playing a gnome barbarian. I played a gnome barbarian at one time, Freak 5. That's a good little thing to do. And took a feat that lets me use 2 cantrips and one for... See, that doesn't jive with barbarians, though, using magic, man. You should know better. And 1 first-level spell. I've been having fun with the prestidigitation. However you say that, as one of my cantrips. That's cool, Break 5. But still, barbarians shouldn't be using magic. You know the whole Conan.
Isn't there another way of saying that word?
What? I know. This week we killed a bunch of pirates on a flying boat. I cut off the captain's hook hand, lifted it above my head, and used prestidigitation to make the sound like what happens when Link finds an item and lifts it above his head. That's awesome, man. That's pretty good, man. All right, last matchup for this week, guys. Mr. Belvedere versus Cheers. Do you guys need... Let's start with Breakman first. If you need to hear him, I can play him.
I don't need to hear him, but you should play him.
Okay, let's start with... which I start with? Cheers?
Mr. Belvedere.
Okay, Mr. Belvedere. Mr. Belvedere. Okay, here's the theme song to Mr. Belvedere. Here we go. Here it is. If I don't get... oh, here we go.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cared when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door?
Who cared?
No one glared, but sometimes things get...
It's so good, man. Such a good theme. All right, do you want to hear a little of the Cheers theme?
Yes.
Okay, here's the Cheers.
I want to know where everybody knows my name.
Yep, where everybody knows your name. I don't want the full-length one. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with these people?
YouTube is conspiring against you.
They are. Motherfuckers. They should know better.
Taking your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot.
Hit it with that harmonica, Break.
All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail. And your little angel hung the cat.
little subdued.
Where the check is in the mail came from.
Subdued harmonica playing here. Let's listen a little more here.
Up by its tail, and your third fiance didn't show. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Okay. God, this is really tough. Brakeman, what are you picking?
As good as the Cheers theme is, it sounds like a commercial ad.
Hold on, Eric. Break, you're up.
This is hard. Oh man, I love the Belvedere theme, but the Cheers theme is just so iconic.
I know, man. Freak says he would go with Mr. Belvedere. I'll read his comment in a second. He says, "Fuck you, Frank." I'll tell you why in a minute.
I don't know. Like they both start with this nice piano, and then they go into something different. Go into like the more of an upbeat kind of theme, although it takes Cheers a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know.
I already know what you guys are gonna pick. It's just gonna be what I pick.
I'm leaning. I guess I'm gonna go with Cheers.
Okay, Eric.
I'm gonna go with Mr. Belvedere.
Ooh, I knew you were gonna say that, and I knew I was gonna be the deciding factor on this. It's really hard for me to break, man. I can't. I mean, it's like splitting hairs
here. If I was
here.
on a show, I'd go Mr. Belvedere.
Oh yeah, no question. I mean, I think Mr. Belvedere's a better show than Cheers, even though most people would disagree with that. But Cheers is great too.
Wrong, but whatever.
Yeah,
Cheers wasn't a bad show. Don't get me wrong, but Mr. Belvedere was just a fantastic show.
I mean, I think we can all agree that
Frasier's the better show than Cheers, though.
I think we can all agree that whoever wins this is gonna go up against a juggernaut next week. But as much as I like Mr. Belvedere, Cheers moves on. It's just an iconic, just a good song in general.
Everybody knows my name.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody wants to feel like that, It's like, and plus,
it is an upbeat, feel good song. They both are, but there's this more. There's more of a hope with Cheers song.
Yeah. It's like a little more uplifting, not old timey 20s type, Although I do, man, that's a great theme song.
Love the Belvedere theme.
All right,
it's different from almost any other theme. It's the way the guy sings.
Yeah, it got far, man. I mean, shit, ran up against some juggernauts, took them down, and got all the way up to Cheers, and barely, by the skin of its teeth, lost. So we're down to our final four for next week, guys. Next week we will crown the champion. We'll have 2 rounds of action. A-Team going up against Knight Rider. That should be a hard one to pick. And Airwolf.
But what if it ends up being Knight Rider versus Airwolf?
Oh man, we'll see. We'll see next week.
The show will never end.
Oh man, that's gonna be a debate and a half. I mean, honestly, I can't believe you guys like totally didn't pick this one to go move on.
Oh my God. Here we go. Start it over.
I mean, I can't start it over. You want me to start?
Yes, start over.
Okay, here we go. Here's the theme to Miami Vice. So good. Dude, the intro alone, like with the visuals on Miami Vice, is enough to should have put that theme over the top, period, man. You guys are wrong. You guys are so wrong for voting.
Never criticized the theme. Like I like the theme. I don't know why I'm.
All you guys you could have made it happen and you didn't. You could have made it happen and you didn't. You reap what you sow, man. You guys reap what you sow. You guys are gonna have to like deal with this shit.
Airwolf.
How dare you? Laughers. God, that's so good, man. So good, and you guys ruined it. How dare you guys? Let me read what Freak 5 says real quick before we leave. Fuck you, Frank. Barbarians can use magic when they aren't raging. Yeah, that kind of Oh God, man! I understand what you're saying.
It's low-level magic, though, Frank. I think you're like, I get where you're going, but it's like the old school of thinking. Like,
how dare you? How
like
dare you?
barbarians now, they can use magic.
How
like,
dare you defend Freak 5? What's wrong with
and...
you? We're supposed to be against Freak 5 on this show. Don't you understand that, Break? Come on, man. My other cantrip.
No, I thought it was just you, Frank.
How dare you, Eric? How dare you? My other cantrip gives me a ranged attack that I use until I'm in melee. When I'm in melee, I rage and can't use spells anymore. How dare you, Freak 5? You're wrong, man. You're just wrong. And just for that, just for how wrong Freak... You know what? Freak 5 caused this. Blame Freak 5. Philip Michael Thomas and Don Johnson.
You sound like a Republican, like just or don't either. You sound like a politician. Like just blame the other guy for your blatant bad behavior.
Breakman, how dare you? And just for that, son of a bitch. God damn it! You guys suck, man. I can't believe you voted against. Well, of course it did go up against Knight Rider, so I guess I can kind of understand. But still. It's one of the greatest teams of all time. And where's Wyland where I need him so I could kick him too? Son of a bitch, Wyland didn't show up today. He knew he was going to get it. Anyways, our final four are set, guys. What do you think? We got Cheers going up against Airwolf. Pretty sure we know what's going to happen there. And A-Team versus Knight Rider.
Oh, God. Oh, that one's hard.
That one right there in particular is going to be really tough, man. How dare you, Freak 5? Only I have the power of exile on this show. Son of a bitch. Maybe sometimes Eric can break, but not to me because, that's just how it is. But Airwolf and Cheers and A-Team versus Knight Rider. If you had to bet right now, Eric, who would you think?
I'd vote for Airwolf.
Oh, all right. What about you, Break?
Oh, I'm gonna go Knight Rider.
Ooh. I guess you guys are gonna have to find out what I think next week, aren't you? Because I don't want to break the tie here. So there you go.
So it's not one of the other two, huh?
Nope. It's one of. No, you might be surprised. You just might be surprised. Of course, you guys have veto power.
No, Frank, you cannot add Miami Vice back in.
Oh my God! They just showed up. And they're taking over one of the spots next week. There's special rules. So you just might. Just might.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? We cheered for Miami Vice last week.
That's right. No, we brought it back. We have, what do they call that? Like on the X Factor or whatever, where like you have like a golden ticket or something. Miami Vice gets a golden ticket, damn it. Rose or whatever the fuck.
Save. They gave you a save.
Yeah, a save or whatever Trump did on fucking Apprentice or whatever. I don't even know what he did on that show. How dare you guys, man. Besmirch the Miami Vice theme. How dare you, man. Don Johnson's clothes alone could have put that theme over the top, man. Son of a bitches. Okay, that's all we got time for this week, guys. Frank Trump. How dare you, Freak 5 adds Miami Vice back to the bracket. We should do that. You know what we should do? We should each have like a golden ticket, and we bring back like one or two themes, or two participants at the very end, and then those have a mini bracket, and then they go up against the champion to see who wins. We should do that. That'd be kind of fun. Nice little twist. Yeah. All right. Next week, we will determine the greatest 80s TV show theme of all time, and we will have up for debate what our next little tourney should be. So you guys need to think about that. All right. Let's do our plugs. Breakman, what you got?
You can follow me at Break_ on Twitter and at RV Grinders on Twitter. Getting less and less banned, I'm still getting slapped and stuff because, I can't help myself. Like
I know, I noticed that, man. I think I tried to reply to you one time and it was like some weird thing, man. But nothing you've said, it's all been pretty benign, man. It's so stupid, man. It's so dumb.
I can't help it sometimes.
I know.
I do like you fucking
piece of shit.
Face piece of shit like that. Yeah.
I called Marco Rubio a piece of shit one day and got like a shadow ban.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
All
All right.
That's like calling a chair a seat.
I know, man. So stupid. But you know who might be going up against Marco Rubio for a Senate seat? Ivanka Trump.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God, that would be so hilarious, man. She kicks his ass.
The most loyal people always get thrown under the bus. Like, do these idiots not learn anything from history? The tyrants always punish their most loyal.
Right.
Like Henry VIII, his most loyal guy, he chopped his head off because he didn't supply him with a wife that could give him a boy. Even though it's, obviously nothing that he did.
Right.
There's nothing that he could have possibly
It's
done.
so dumb, man. You're right, man. You said it in a nutshell, man. Trump's the same way, man. Tyrant city. All right, what else you got, Break?
I think it's funny when he eats it when they eat their own, Just
Exactly. All right, Eric, you're up next.
All right, you can find reviews I've written on BostonBestBrigade.com, and while it's still available, I don't know what the status of that is yet, but there's also TotallyGN.com, and I'm actually thinking about doing audio reviews on this show, and then saving as a separate recordings on the RSS feed.
Yeah, why not, man? Why not?
And if you like any of that and you want to support me, there's my Patreon, which is the link to my Patreon is on Twitter at JRPG. Sending me as little as $1 would help me.
Yeah, send him more than $1, man. Don't be cheap. Send Eric like boatloads of money. He does really good written reviews, and obviously he's on this show, does all the news stuff, and does in-depth reviews. So send him money. Send Eric money, damn it. What else, Eric? What else you got?
That's really it.
All right. You can follow me on Twitter at Frank Branches, and tell me that Miami Vice is one of the greatest themes, if not the greatest theme of all time. And tell me if you want me to bring Miami Vice theme back for, I don't know, like a golden ticket type scenario for next week. It's not going to happen. We already decided.
Desperation in his voice.
How dare you, man? Hey, if you got the backing of the public, man, and say, I got to do what the public tells me.
Right. Blame the public.
All right. You can follow me on any of the systems, RP Grinders. We'll get you there. I think I'm RP Grinders on every single system, including the PS5, the Xbox. I don't even know what they call them. Xbox One, I believe, and the Switch. So, yeah, that's where you can find me. Go watch Miami Vice. It's a great show. Anything else, gentlemen?
No.
Let's see.
Other than continue to wash your hands and wear a mask.
Eric does more work than Frank or Break. How dare you, sir? How dare you? We equally work as hard on this show.
I don't.
Except for maybe Break, but that's just, just saying.
Frank does all the streaming stuff. I do all the content. Break does all the jokes.
Yeah, how dare you? How dare? What am I, chopped liver here, Eric? Jesus Christ. That people should give Eric money. I did. Yeah, Freak did. Be like Freak. Give Eric money. Give Eric all the monies. Okay, what else, guys? I think that's about it. You guys have anything else? Nothing? Crickets?
Continue to stay safe, I guess.
Yep. Stay safe this weekend. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Oh, go ahead.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. The wicked witch, fucking Trump. He's stuck. Oh, wait, he's not dead.
Yeah.
Damn it. Never mind.
That's coming. Probably within the next 4 or 5 years, the rate he keeps eating. So, he ain't no 238 fucking pounds either.
I was just thinking that earlier, like in the week, like what is McDonald's gonna do now? That McDonald's in Washington's probably gonna go out of business.
Probably, man. They'll lose half of their business right then and there, man.
I know. He was half their business.
Wash your junk, Freak 5 says. Okay, everybody, stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Until then, we are out. Oh, shit. Wrong theme. Sorry, guys. Oh. I hit the wrong theme, man. Here's the right one. Here's the right one right here. Hold on. Oh, shit, man. That's also labeled as RP Grinders outro. Hold on. God damn it, man! Why are these all labeled?
Time.
These are all.
I get the idea that like this is like your ringtone. You set this up as like your voicemail.
He listens to it before he goes to bed.
I can neither confirm or deny that this is my ringtone.
It's an alarm clock.
Yeah, I can't get out of bed.
Hey, Edward James Olmos was in this show. God damn, this show's good. Oh, that's so good. Okay. All right, later, everybody. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Till then, we're out. Later. Miami Vice.
I can't think of any like quotes from the show, so.
All right.
I only saw it like a few times because it was one of those shows that was like it was on late, so it was it'd be the last thing I heard before going to bed would be the theme song. Like, oh, it's bedtime.
What? The Miami Vice theme?
Yeah.
God, I love that theme, man. You guys are
like
wrong.
that or like Dallas and all those.
Do you think I have a
night, it was like,
Frank has shitty ringtone? How dare you, son of a bitch?
I knew that Pizza Hut was downsizing, but like it's actually affected the local Pizza Hut here. They had to move like down to the plaza where I live, closer to where I live.
Why?
And now they're just a small like delivery place.
Oh, speaking of firing, that does remind me of a Stinko that I actually had too.
But I hope that where they used to be, which is next to the interstate, becomes a Jersey Mike's because I'd like to have one of those places.
Antifa poop. Thank God you're home. Antifa pooped in the hall. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, that's pretty good, man. RP Grind. Okay, here's the RP Grinders one. What is this, man? Oh, that's one of those cherry. What do they call those? It's like it comes in a 2-pack. I don't know what the fuck that is, but anyways, Antifa. Those Antifa memes are pretty funny. Freak 5. I'm just looking through. You said you put a video. I don't see the video.
What is that? Cherry something?
It's I forget what they call them, but they're really good. I don't eat them right now because I'm on a diet. I'm trying to lose some weight. I lost quite a bit, but fuck. What the hell, man? Looking for your video. I don't see a video, man. Just that 2-pack of cherry chocolate goodness. I do like those, but I don't eat a lot.
I haven't seen those anywhere.
They're good, man. It's like a 2-pack, and it's like
they're in the frozen section.
I don't know where they're at, man. They're not frozen. They're like regular.
They're candy.
They're just regular candy, man. But
I can't find any of those.
No, Freak 5, you're something else. He's
the best I could do is like orange flavored chocolate.
He must not play his shitty. How dare you, Freak 5? My plants are fed nothing but sun, water, and awesome music like heavy metal and Miami Vice theme and stuff like that. So how dare you? But okay.
Oh boy, I need to eat.
Okay. Thanks, Freak 5, and anybody else who was in there. I didn't see very many people in there, but thanks for joining, stopping by. Really